We are sports. We are San Diego.
Already a stirring pregame ceremony. It's Military Sunday at Petco Park as we honor our servicemen, and the Dodgers and Padres ready to go to work. How about Ethier off the bench for Yasiel Puig? He's 4 for 5, 3 RBIs, a key home run last night in the Dodgers 11-8 win. Matt Kemp serving well against his former teammates. He's 4 for 8 in the 2 games of this series. Ejected last night, arguing a strike call, ready to go to work today as we welcome you to beautiful Petco Park in downtown San Diego. Military Sunday, the Dodgers and Padres wrap up this 3-game series, and today's Military Sunday presented by USAA. And the Marines are here. When you're in trouble, the Padres have lost 4 in a row. Who better to call up to defend? The United States Marines honored today. Oh my, these are special days, these Sundays here in San Diego with Mark Sweeney, Dick Enberg. We're pleased you're with us. The Padres, who had dominated at home, hadn't lost a series since the last All-Star break. The Dodgers have taken the first 2.
Yeah, and unfortunately it didn't work out the way that the Padres drew this series up with the intensity of coming home. But today is very important. They're in the camos and get after it today.
Well, the Dodgers feeling pretty good about themselves. A season high 11 runs last night, so it's Brandon Morrow out to try to stop them.
Yeah, 4th start in the Padres uniform, the 3rd start here at home, and he feels very comfortable. The first 2 starts at home, both 7-inning outings, and this guy has this arsenal to throw out a lot of strikeouts, rack them up. It has that slider and also the changeup to go along with that. This is not your prototypical number 5 starter. He's got a lot of weapons.
Well, the Marines know how to use that long-range mortar shot, and Justin Upton would qualify to wear that Marine uniform.
Talking about danger zone, when Justin Upton is in. Last year, 29 home runs. This year, already 5 home runs in a Padre uniform. A lot of power. You see that lower half working, and last night a multiple home run game. This is a dangerous spot in the middle of the order. That's the reason why the Padres have a new attitude with their lineup.
Upton hitting over 300 with 5 homers and 13 runs batted in. Well, the power source, that's the difference in this San Diego Padre team from years past. And with more on that, let's go down to Chris Button.
Dick, it's such a difference a year makes. When you watch last night's game, you got this sense they were never out of it. Down by 7, they pulled to within 3. And in talking with Justin Upton last night, this team's capable of making a comeback no matter how far they're down.
We have a very resilient team, just from the personality that you know the guys in here have. So, you know, we know that no game's ever over, and you know, if we can hold the, you know, if the pitchers can hold them, then we have a chance. So, you know, every night we're going to go out and battle.
So 6 come from behind wins already this season, but if you talk with the guys, they'd rather not come from behind. They'd rather just get a lead in the first inning and stick with it, Dick.
Well, we're about set to go. The Padres have taken the field as per usual, shaking hands with members of the Marine Corps at each position. Let's start with Don Mattingly's starting lineup. Jimmy Rollins, the veteran at shortstop, will lead it off. Andre Ethier, 4 for 5 since Puig was injured. By the way, Puig has been placed on the DL with that hamstring. Adrian Gonzalez, what can you say? I've run out of adjectives. Can the Padres hold him, the San Diego native? Grandal comes back to San Diego. He's had a good series, and they move him into the cleanup spot. Justin Turner, he hit .340 last year. Carl Crawford hitting over .500 against the Padres. Then it's Alex Guerrero, the young Cuban, Jock Peterson, and Scott Baker against Brandon Morrow.
Well, Brandon Morrow taking a look at his fastball velocity. He'll sit around 92, but he'll add some velocity to gain that strikeout, pitch up in the strike zone. Also, with that comes the strikeouts, the fastball, the slider, the changeup comes into the mix.
Padres scouting report brought to you by Anderson Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Don Mattingly's team in first place in the West, 11-6. Padres are now 10-9, and we are underway. Morrow's first delivery is outside ball 1. Jimmy Rollins, a sluggish start for this veteran infielder, hitting just .182. But continues to field his position so very well. Ball 2. 92 in the fastball, but he can put a little more giddy up on it when he needs it.
Yeah, and when he does reach back, it has that late carry in the strike zone. You get some swings and misses on.
Shift on for Rollins, and that's a called strike by Ryan Blakeney. 2-1. Morrow's 30. Attended the University of California, Berkeley, born north of San Francisco in Santa Rosa. Fly ball to left, slicing toward the line. That's a long run for Upton, and it's into the first row of seats down in Souvenir Corner. Dodgers so far this year have won 4 of the 5 games against San Diego. They were 12-7 last year. Hey, there's no doubt about it. This is the best lineup that money can buy in the National League. They bring guys off the bench, and they're terrific too. Ethier being one of those. Check swing 3-2. And wait till you see Justin Turner. He wore out the Padres last year, and we're anxious to see Guerrero, who's hit a couple of pinch home runs. He's in the lineup. Full count. Line drive, base hit. Shift on, and Rollins beats it by wrapping a single straight away. Well, the USAA is proud to present the Padres as they've taken the field. And the Marines there at each position to greet them.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that. You know, for the player's perspective, it's an honor to go out there. Obviously, you're playing a game. When the military's in there, just to be able to say thank you, have that personal touch. And we all say thank you for the men and women that serve our country.
Amen. Andre Ethier hitting .353. High fly ball. Upton looking up into the bright sky and makes the catch for the first down. In contrast to yesterday and last night, clouds and a little bit of rain. A brilliant Sunday here, and a happy Sunday to all of you wherever you may be. Adrian Gonzalez just wearing out the old team. 52 games against the Padres since he left town, hitting .341 with 14 homers. He's got 6 homers against San Diego in 5 games this year. 7 on the season. Leads the National League with 7. Outside, ball 1.
Well, Dick, Adrian Gonzalez will end up pulling the ball. Also hits all fields. You see Alexi Amarista up the middle. Not a typical positioning for a shortstop, because he's really, you want a clear shot for that strike zone to be able to read the ball off the bat.
And double play. If it's hit to Amarista, he's going to have to go to the bag himself because Jerko's way over into the hole. Misses 2-0. And they'll pitch carefully. There are 2 bases open.
You'll see Jed Jerko shifting over into that hole over there because Yonder Alonso is holding him on. What a great shot that is.
Like pitching from the moon. Swing and a miss. 2-1.
You know, so much of the success of Adrian Gonzalez, and you see the Padres, how they're going to attack him early in this game. A lot of pitches away, and you'll see fastballs away, as our Fox tracks indicate.
He has 27 hits thus far. Matt Kemp also with 27. That's second best in the National League. Blew the 94 by Gonzalez. Went after a ball, and it's 2-2.
You see Adrian asking the home plate umpire where that pitch is, trying to get a gauge of how far he'll go off.
Ryan Blakeney, a new face behind the mask, with Winters, Wegner, and Foster on the bases today.
Mike Winters, a San Diego resident, also the crew chief.
So he hasn't thrown him a strike yet. The count is 2-2. Up and away. Well, the home run yesterday wasn't one of those mammoth drives. It was a fly ball that found the Petco porch. That would have barely made it out at Dodger Stadium, 330 feet. But 2 men on, and that took the 3-3 tie to 6-3, and the Padres weren't able to climb the mountain, finally succumbed 11-8.
You see Adrian Gonzalez digging that back foot in, and he knows that they're going to go outside, and he'll change that back foot, maybe move closer to the plate, which I think the Padres would like to see.
Runner goes, strike 3, and a double play. Strike him out and throw him out, and that's it for the Dodgers in the first inning. Great throw by Derek Norris, and Gonzalez, at least on his initial at bat, goes down swinging. And here come the Padres. Will Myers will lead it off. By Toyota. Will Myers to lead it off. Solarte playing third base. Hit second. Then Kemp and Upton. Alonso, the leading hitter for the Padres, at 371. Derek Norris just throwing out another potential steal, and that's 8 for him, and that ties his number for all of last year. Jed Jerko back in the starting lineup at second base. Then Alexi Amarista and Brandon Morrow. Against Scott Baker. If you're an American League fan, you'll remember him with the Minnesota Twins. He had some good seasons. Tommy John a couple of years ago.
Yeah, his defense has to be active. Likes to induce some swings early in the count. The first 3 pitches. Also pitches up in the strike zone. Only 91 miles an hour, so that can get dangerous at times.
Will Myers homered to lead off the first inning last night. He takes a strike, his third of the season.
Sinker slider pitcher is Baker, and you'll see more run than sink on his fastball.
Picked up by the Dodgers when the Yankees released him at the end of spring training. 0-2. And has had 3 outstanding starts at Oklahoma City, the AAA team for the Dodgers.
Yeah, what a great swing from Will Myers last night. And just answering back for the Padres. This offense had some great moments last night. From that leadoff position, being able to hit the home run.
Fly ball to center field. Innocent. Peterson cruising in under it. 1 away. And a look at the Dodger defense. Or the Padre defense, rather. Let's go to the Dodgers. Okay. Crawford, Peterson, Ethier in the outfield. Guerrero, Rollins on the left side, Turner and Gonzalez on the right side, and Grandal behind the plate for Scott Baker. Jan Solarte hitting .324 from the left side. Takes ball 1.
See Yasmani Grandal back there. 3 straight games with the starting catcher behind there. You're also seeing Derek Norris. The importance of this series and this game. That'll indicate it, Dick, because when you look at the managers, especially early in the year, you want to get your bench players involved. You want to get some at-bats, get them acclimated. But this is a very important series, and you can see the managers inserting both catchers again after a long night last night.
Yeah, that's a good point. Normally a Sunday day game, you get the backup catcher. Another foul back by Solarte with Matt Kemp on deck.
It's Howie Kendrick and Juan Uribe. They
and
get
Yasiel Puig in there too. He's gone on the DL. Tough with the shadows to peek in there. Inside, 2-2. That flyover with the Huey and Cobra helicopters, the gunfighters from Camp Pendleton, the lineup of Marines along the first and third base lines, the anthem played by the Marine Corps band. Oh my. High pop up on back of home plate, and Grandal drifting back and can't get there. Just clears the screen. Solarte a new life. Just at the end of the anthem, and even in slow motion. Beautiful, the Whirlybirds. And they had a nice presentation of video. Jerry Coleman, Maggie Coleman, his wife, is here. One of the suites. Another foul, and everyone who comes to broadcast or televise games on Sundays, including the Dodger group today, and Oral Hershiser and Nomar Garcia-Parra came into our booth and they said, "Man, you guys just do it right." This is, I get chills.
I agree with them. As you see the group of the Dodgers over there, guys do a great job.
Ripped but foul by 7 feet down the right field side. Gonzalez is playing deep on the edge of the grass. Would have gotten it if it had been a fair ball.
You probably see a lot of communication between Yasmani Grandal and Baker, the starting pitcher. They have not worked together. Baker has thrown 3 starts in AAA, but this is their first start. They go over a scouting report, but just the tendencies. So you'll see a lot of communication between both of them.
Baker is a strike thrower. Another foul. In fact, in the 3 starts at Oklahoma City, he went 17 innings and struck out 16 and walked only 1.
Strike thrower. His last outing was a 7-inning, almost perfect game of a doubleheader. They play 7 innings in the minor leagues on doubleheaders. He went 6 2/3 and then gave up 2 hits.
9th pitch of this at bat, and Solarte has worked the count full. Matt Kemp on deck, and then Justin Upton. Sundays are fun days and usually run days for the Padres. They're 2-0 so far on Sunday this year. Ball 4, and the Padres have their first base runner. How about the keys to the game, Mark Sweeney? Brought to you by the San Diego County Honda dealers.
Well, for the starting pitching, especially the pitching staff of the Padres, stay away from the home run threats, meaning the big home runs. Solo home runs will not beat you. And simply put, get the W today. It has more meaning, but this is a division game, and any one of these victories will count.
Good point. Yesterday, the 4 home runs, 3 were 2-run shots, and Gonzalez a 3-run homer. Kemp, surprisingly, has only 1 home run so far as we have reached the 20th game of the season, but his average right there with the leaders, 9th best in the National League. Line drive right center field. That's in the gap. Peterson trying to cut it off, and Solarte running all the way. He comes to third. They're going to wave him home. It's going to be close now. The throw, and he's out by a mile. Wow. And is he hurt? Yeah, that's not embarrassment why he's down on his face. He must have done something that's injurious. He's holding his arm awkwardly, or shoulder. 8-4-2 on the relay, and Solarte not the fastest runner, and the relay was perfect by the Dodgers from Peterson to Turner into Grandal.
Yeah, he's holding his hand, and for all the youngsters out there that are trying to slide into home, I don't recommend sliding head first because of those hand injuries, and hopefully Yangervis Solarte is okay, but you see him going in and reaching out to try to catch that. The ball was already beating him there.
And it looks like maybe the knee pad and shin guard of Grandal landed right on that hand.
There's so many things that can be damaged, and most catchers will try to drop those pads on the outside part of the plate when they receive the ball, especially early in that situation.
So here's Upton with 2 outs and Kemp at second. Now Kemp to third on the wild pitch. So last night we had a perfect relay by the Padres to nail a run at the plate, and in the first inning today, I guess they were watching the instructional with Steve Finley. Huh?
Well, you see the swing by Matt Kemp and elevated, and you see the perfect balance from Matt Kemp. He looks so calm in the batter's box, almost looks like he's taking batting practice, and 9 multiple hit games, and he's on his way for his 10th.
We'll check on Solarte. Chris Bedden is down there to see what he injured. It did appear to be a hand. Upton, they play more honestly. They don't work the shift on him. Pretty orthodox defensive alignment. Both home runs to right field and right center last night. 2-0. That's a nice start for Upton as a Padre. 303. 5 homers, 13 runs driven in. That's in there. 2-1. 89 on the fastball.
And I don't mind that take by Justin Upton, because you wanted to see with that base open and his success last night, trying to gain some information on how they're going to attack him.
That was a little better pitch to hit. Fouls it back. 2-2.
You get the 2-0 pitch, it comes middle in, and then you get a mistake elevated in the strike zone.
Yonder Alonso would be next.
And you can see that intent in the bat speed and length through the baseball. Watching Justin Upton firsthand, that's exactly what you see.
Off first base might be a play. Well, lands on the roof of the Padre dugout. Somebody, Padres giving Grandal, their former teammate, a little razzmatazz. Kemp at third. Padres trying to jump in front here in the first inning. They score first this year. They're 6-4. Protecting well. That was well aimed right on the outside edge by Baker. Baker, a good record before the arm injury. 66 wins, 52 losses. Twins, Cubs, and Texas. And his strikeout to walk ratio very good. 3.43 strikeouts for every walk. That's what they're getting. The Padres today. Struck him out. Got him with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. So the Padres lead Kemp at third after 1. No score. Padres defense brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. Upton, Myers in center, Kemp in right. Familiar outfield alignment. Solarte at third. He's okay. He's back on the field. Amarista and Jerko, the double play combo. Alonso at first. And Derek Norris behind the plate. Brandon Morrow to Grandal. That one's going to stay fair, so Morrow will go over and make the tag himself. Grandal running out of the baseline to avoid the tag, so it would have been called even if Morrow hadn't made the tag. One away.
Nice athletic play by Brandon Morrow.
It's a shame he's not an infielder, Morrow. You could have worn number 2. And then it'd be 2 Morrow.
Nice. Nice play.
Well, I don't know. I woke up at 3 this morning, and what are you going to think?
But you've been ready. You're ready.
I'm ready. Yeah, I got that early shower. Better than having the early shower in the game. You know?
Exactly.
So Justin Turner. Padres got to figure a way to get him out. He seemed to get a base hit every time he faced San Diego pitching last year. And it wasn't just the Padre pitchers. He hit 340. Played about what amounts to half a season, 288 at bats. But if you double his numbers at 340, 7 home runs, that'd be 14, and he had 43 RBIs, 86. So quite a man to come off the bench.
And change of venue has really benefited Justin Turner.
Well, you have it, 357 in 29 games against the Padres.
Well, with the Mets, was not thought of as more than a bench player, but the Dodgers are just trying to find more playing time for him. And that consistency off the bench. The Dodgers have had a lot of success, and we're seeing some players today. Alex Guerrero, who's done a nice job off the bench. Scott Van Slyke, and also Justin Turner.
Yeah, their bench is as good as any in baseball. Ooh, got a call there. 2-2.
There's Scott Van Slyke, and also you could put Andre Ethier in that mix.
Yeah. So Puig, along with Joel Peralta, the relief pitcher, a neck injury, they've both been placed on the 15-day DL by the Dodgers. They brought up Baker and another pitcher, Carlos Frias. Center field, right at Myers, comes up a couple of steps to make the catch. 2 away. Well, our Ram Trucks tools of the trade. What are we focusing on today?
Well, let's take a look at this, and it's the play of Yonder Alonso going to his right and throwing a strike over to Middlebrooks. This was a dicey play because if it doesn't, you don't get the out, it's a problem. But he looks very comfortable at first base. He's picking the balls in the dirt, making active plays over at first, and doing it on both sides of the plate, both offensively and defensively.
He's made himself a good first baseman. He's really improved since first coming up with the Padres. Carl Crawford with the bases empty, 2 outs. Another Dodger with a career great average against the Padres, but that's just a high can of corn to center field. And a 1-2-3 inning for Brandon Morrow. Padres will bring up Alonso, Norris, and Jerko. winner for the month. For your chance to win, send your photo to @MissionFed. Well, congratulations. A bag of goodies. Yonder Alonso starts it for the Padres. No score here in the second. Alonso hitting .371, fourth best National League. And in the 18 games that he's played, he's reached safely 17.
You don't see Yonder Alonso over swinging this year. At times, the last few years, you've seen that out of him.
Back to the mound and an easy 1-3 putout. Baker over to Gonzalez. Retires Alonso, and here's Derek Norris, the catcher. Norris leading the club in 2 base hits, has 8 doubles, and batting a very respectable .309. Big crowd again. 2 sellouts Friday and Saturday night. Looks as if we're going to have another today. Ball 1. And Norris, you know, one of the knocks on Norris when the trade was made, well, he doesn't throw out runners. He only threw out 8 men at Oakland last year. He's got 8 already this year to lead the major leagues.
The quick release, and you saw the strike him out, throw him out in the first inning. I just love the leadership qualities that Derek Norris brings to this pitching staff. And yes, the numbers speak for themselves offensively, but his main job is to corral this pitching staff, the strength of the club.
That's a strike, 1-2. And Baker right around 90 miles an hour with a fastball, but keeps it on the corners.
Yeah, and they'll frustrate you. The type of pitchers like this, strike throwers, you got to commit to that outside part of the plate and take what he gives you.
Norris calling time, steps out, takes a practice swing. That's what he tried to do there, punch it to right field.
Well, Dick, you'll hear a lot of phrases like let the ball travel, hit the ball the other way. It's basically you get a guy that doesn't have plus velocity, which is 90, 91. You want to let that ball travel, get it in the hitting zone where you get stronger as a hitter.
It seems contradictory, though. The ball's coming to you. You want to go out and get the ball.
And that's what happens. It's all the timing aspects that give you problems as a hitter, is catching it too far out in front.
Yeah, it didn't miss by much. Went to the breaking pitch, his slider. Before his Tommy John surgery in 2012, he threw the curveball. He's given that up since the operation. Just throws the slider as his breaking ball. High fly ball. Easy chance for Crawford in left. Wynn bringing it back into left center. 2 away. So here's Jed Jerko, the second baseman. Jed struggling early, but he said he's been like that all his career. Doesn't know why. If he did, he'd correct it. And as a minor leaguer, of course, with the Padres last year, trying to battle his way out of a 159 start. Ground ball sharply gloved at Guerrero at third, and the throw across in time. Well, the knock on Guerrero was he wasn't a solid defensive player, but he just took a double away from Jed Jerko.
top of the third, no score. Brandon Morrow, because he's missed so much time with injuries over the last 2 seasons, he's created what he calls prehab. What that is for him is basically the same exercises you would do in rehab, but do them before you get injured. So if you notice him during pregame warmups on days that he pitches, very intricate stretches. He will take a tennis ball, roll it over his shoulder, roll it over his bicep, roll it over his forearm. The idea is that he wants to get all of his muscles loose so that it prevents any injuries. Now, some obviously you can't prevent, but the whole idea is to do all the routines that you would do after injuries to prevent them from ever happening.
That's very interesting. Thank you, Chris. A preventative program rather than waiting for something that's injurious and then having to go through the process. This is young Alex Guerrero, the Cuban that has immense power. He's had only 19 at-bats, 9 hits, 4 of them home runs, 2 of them pinch homers.
And on those home runs, a lot of them the fastball variety, which if you're going to be a bench player, you're going to have to hit the fastball.
Swing and a miss there at a 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
And that's what we're talking about earlier in the game, that late life that Morrow has. He'll add with that fastball velocity when he pitches up in the strike zone.
A ball, 2 strikes to Guerrero. Then Jock Peterson and the pitcher Baker scheduled in the third. Off his fist, but that ball is going to be not caught by Amarista. He raced back and almost made the play. Wasn't hit high off the head of the bat and just far enough to pick up a base hit off Guerrero's glove.
This is when you know things are going well for Alex Guerrero, and a great effort by Alexi Amarista. And when things are going well, these fall in. When things are not, the ball is grabbed. A nice effort.
He had it in the pocket of his glove, just couldn't squeeze the out.
Yeah, it looked like it got the heel and then tried to squeeze it and it popped out.
It's ruled a base hit, the second hit. Leadoff man on for Jock Peterson. Rookie center fielder off to a good start. Ball 1 on the fastball. Hitting .292. He struck out more than a Dodger, 20, but he's also walked 15 times. That's among the league leaders. So his on-base percentage is terrific.
He's shown some patience, which I think is a big adjustment for young hitters.
Shift is on. And it's 1-1.
Well, Brandon Morrow's getting off the plate, so you'll see Derek Norris shift out just a little bit to see how much that home plate umpire will give all day.
Solarte, the only Padre on the left side of the infield. Big swing at a curveball. 1-2. And Peterson last year, AAA ball with 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases. For the Pacific Coast League, that was almost historic. You have to go back many decades to find a player to accomplish that double. That'll be a souvenir well back into the second tier on the left field side. Well, the first place, that's right, first place Houston Astros are coming in tomorrow night for 3. Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon. A.J. Hinch, former Padre executive, now the manager. That's line to left field, a wicked liner, and Upton able to make the catch. That one was crushed, a low line drive that wouldn't stop, and Upton denies a base hit. He had to react quickly. That was a do or die.
Well, somewhere Jerry Coleman is smiling at this play. What a great first step by Justin Upton going to his right. And when you go across your body, the glove work comes into play, and an athletic play by Justin Upton.
You're saying you'd hang a star on that one?
You know I would.
Here's the pitcher, Scott Baker. No indication of what kind of hitter he is. He's going to try to move the runner along and misses on that bunt attempt. Now that's how baseball goes back to back. Guerrero doesn't get the barrel of the bat on the ball and loops one behind short that falls out of Amarista's glove for a hit. And then Peterson just throws a clothesline laser to left, and he's robbed. Got it back on the screen.
Yeah, that's a head scratcher from the offensive side. But again, a lot of people talked about this defense from the Padres, especially the outfield. And they've impressed me. Justin Upton's had some great catches coming in just like that.
He plays a bold left field. So does Kemp.
And we're going to be asking Steve Finley, our colleague, about his impression of Will Myers in center field. And also Matt Kemp has had some great catches. The one in Colorado the other night.
And this bunt with 2 strikes is a good one. Flip to first. And the 1-4 sacrifice brings up the leadoff man Rollins.
Tuesday on Fox Sports San Diego, catch the all-new SD Live. This week, 2 of the best closers, past and present, stop by the studio. Catch Craig Kimbrell and Trevor Hoffman on SD Live Tuesday after Padres Live on Fox Sports San Diego. University of Closers for the Padres. This place has been very impressive, and it leads with the number 51, Trevor Hoffman.
Well, he's got the Phi Beta Kappa key, and then Kimbrell is summa cum laude. He's trying to get up to that level. That'll be interesting. 2 men who know how to come in and under all the pressure of closing a game. Not only the physical prowess, but the mental toughness to get the job done.
Talk about a bold move by A.J. Preller and his staff, getting Craig Kimbrell to lock down the 9th inning. Hopefully we see him today.
Jimmy Rollins singled to center field the first time. There's a changeup, 1-1. 2 outs. Guerrero at second base. You could see Morrow was unhappy with himself. He trying to strike out Baker, was bunting with 2 strikes. Baker able to get the ball down and move the runner into scoring position with 2 outs here in the 3rd. In the dirt.
Derek Norris blocking that baseball very well.
Well, you folks making your plans to come out for the midweek games tomorrow night, not a bad ticket. You get to see James Shields against Colin McHugh, who is 3-0 for the Astros. Good short stroke from Rollins, fouls it back.
Now let's see if he goes back to the changeup off of that high fastball, because Jimmy Rollins dumped that first fastball to center field in his first at bat.
Rollins, an interesting technique, the way he holds the bat. Swing and a foul back on the breaking ball. Slider. Almost a split grip that he uses. The hand's not as tight, one on top of the other on the bat, at least with 2 strikes.
And you see him choking up as well. That bottom hand goes up on the handle just a little bit.
Well, he's got him tight now.
You get more bat control when you choke up.
Ground ball right side. Alonso with a flip to Morrow, and the inning is over. Padres will bring up Amarista, Morrow, and Myers. No score. always a highlight. The U.S. Marine Corps hymn. Recruits up there in the right field corner stand, and the fans applaud. Get you chills. USA. And now back to work. Alexi Amarista leads off the bottom of the third for the Padres with Morrow and Myers to follow. Alexi hitting .220. He's been much more selective this year. He's walked 10 times, and that matches Alonso's club lead.
It's interesting, Dick. You've seen Alexi Amarista early in his career pull and get in that pull mode. Now it's almost too much to left center, left field. I'd like to see that balance.
He did pull the ball last night, a double down the right field side into the right field corner. He lined out to center as well and walked. 2-1.
There's a lot to love about Alexi Amarista. He grinds it out every single day and appreciates playing every day.
Big wave at that pitch off the plate. 2-2. Padres lead the National League in most runs scored, averaging almost 4.9 a game. Reflected of the potential from 1 through 8 in the lineup.
Some of the adjustments Alexi Amarista's tried to make is that leg kick, trying to modify the leg kick just a little bit and get that foot down a little bit earlier. How the opposition is pitching him up in the strike zone.
Slaps that one foul.
And what that'll do, Dick, is when you get your foot down, you can use your top hand a little bit more to handle that upper level pitch. It's not necessarily powering the ball, but going the other way.
Brandon Morrow to follow, and then the leadoff hitter Myers. And a 3-2 count.
And you can control the barrel of the bat a little bit more when you induce that top hand, the left hand from the left-handed hitter.
Full count. And a foul. So good at bat for Amarista, battling away. That was a tough pitch on the low outside corner. Look in from the right field corner. That was a busy spot at Petco Porch last night. A couple of home runs. That'll make the crowd down in Souvenir Corner. 10th pitch of this at bat. Amarista battling away against the 33-year-old Scott Baker.
Scott Baker going by the stretch. Sorry, Dick, but nobody on.
Replacing Ryu, who's still on the DL. Ball hit well to right field. He may have gotten into one. Touch 'em all. The little ninja squares one up and has his first home run of the year. It's 1-0 Padres.
Well, why you love the little ninja is he battles his butt off every single day. He's in the lineup making adjustments, and this is a winning play. You take a look at the pitch. That is in, and you see it flattening out for Alexi Amarista. And the modified leg kick, getting that foot down, and when he gets his foot down, the barrel follows. And that's a powerful swing by the little ninja. Had to feel great.
The 10th pitch of that at bat, so he struggled, he battled, he fouled off some good ones, and got one he could pull. And the Padres are in front 1-0.
Yeah, you see that front foot gets on that toe, and when he comes down, can use that leverage. Great lower half.
Brandon Morrow looking for his first major league hit. He's 0 for 20. Not many opportunities earlier in his career playing in Toronto. To a 1-2.
You know, Dick, as an offensive player, and we look at Alexi Amarista talking to Solarte. When you make adjustments and you get early results, the double last night that you talked about, home run today, that magnifies you're doing the correct things.
Strike 3 call. Second strikeout for Scott Baker. 1 out. Padres go to the top of the order. Time for our T-Mobile game changer. National League leaders most home runs this season. The Dodgers leading the way with 25, and Amarista's homer, the 20th, delivered by Padres. Well, the Reds and Rockies, that's kind of surprising, isn't it? You wouldn't have seen that graphic the last couple of years.
No, you would not.
Maybe you'd have 20 home runs at the end of May. Wow, that's called a strike. Myers flied out to center field his first time. Some of the fans down behind home plate letting plate umpire Blakeney know but when you look at Fox track, that's a strike. High fly ball right field. Ethier toward the line. And there's 2 away. Jan Solarte walked the first time. Came around, tried to score on Kemp's double to right center, but was thrown out easily on the relay. And for a moment, it was a scary situation. It looked as if he might have injured himself, his hand, but obviously okay, stays in there.
He's a gamer.
Ball 1.
I always loved that phrase, the gamer.
Yeah, it's a nice. You don't mind that tag.
No, that's a good adjective to understand, and you want to have your teammates feel that way as well. And I think Solarte has that from his teammates, the respect that you get inside the clubhouse. Loves the game of baseball.
Pretty much squared away in that batter's box. Lifts that one foul territory, and a play for Guerrero. And that's it for the Padres in the third. But they have the lead 1-0 thanks to Alexi Amarista putting 5 feet of 7 inches of power into that poke. 1-0. This young man, 29 years of age. Mitch Harris. He is the first U.S. Naval Academy graduate to pitch in the major leagues in 94 years. He came in relief of Adam Wainwright. So we salute you. Mitch Harris, age 29, serving for our country after finishing his work at the U.S. Naval Academy and now in the major leagues. Served his 4-year term and now looks like a pretty strong right-hander.
Yeah, and coming in after a devastating injury of Adam Wainwright, the starter, Achilles injury.
Oh boy, and he's their star pitcher. No indication how severe, but just the very title, Achilles injury, never sounds good. Andre Ethier flying to left is only at bat. Gonzalez and Grandal to follow, and the Dodger fourth. The Padres with a 1-0 lead on Amarista's home run. 22 homers. That's the most any active player has hit against the Padres. Last night, Ethier gave the Dodgers a 2-0 lead in the first inning with that shot off Ian Kennedy just inside the foul pole. His second of the season. Check swing foul. Steve Finley joins us down by the Padre dugout. How's the sunshine down there, Steve?
Oh, I'm getting a good tan. I can tell it already.
SPF, Steve. You got to put it on. Everyone knows around here in San Diego. So do you.
Yeah.
They didn't have that trouble in Denver today. The Giants and Rockies postponed. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Ethier is gone. Got a little piece of it, but Norris clutches the strike three.
A big inning to throw up a 0 right here after scoring a run, especially going through the heart of the order.
You see it from the breaking ball by Brandon Morrow. That actually stays up and backs up a little bit. See him swinging underneath that ball.
Toughest pitch in baseball to hit.
You're exactly right. That back-up breaking ball.
Why is that? That doesn't seem to make sense.
Well, you're so used to that break being consistent, and then when it spins and elevates, you swing at that break rather than what it actually does, and you get yourself that lazy fly ball to left field for the left-handed hitters.
Yep, Swings, you said it perfect. Our brains are so programmed that when we see that spin, that ball's going to end up at a certain location. When it doesn't, you do get a lot of those lazy fly balls and swings and misses.
So it's the difference between that and a hanging breaking pitch that might have the trajectory you're expecting, but just sits there and begs you to hit it. The backup slider is much different, huh? Gonzalez takes a strike, 2-1. Zach Greinke, who got the Dodgers off on the right foot Friday night, 3-0 shutout win, continues to dominate the National League West. Clayton Kershaw will pitch tomorrow or Tuesday in the Giants series. Ground ball right at Alonso. Change up takes care of Gonzalez. So he has struck out and grounded out. Yasmani Grandal steps up.
Yeah, the one thing I've noticed about Brandon this whole game is he's really dominating that outside corner. He is just picking it off with precision, moving it off a little bit and really teasing these hitters to swing.
Yeah, phenomenal stuff by Brandon Morrow, and not your prototypical number 5 starter arsenal.
You mean on most rotations he'd be number 3, not number 5, or even better?
Well, you look at him, typically you would see a number 5 starter that's a young starter trying to evolve in the game and get some experience. Well, Brandon Morrow has the stuff. When he is on, you could put him in that 2-3 slot range in any staff around baseball. See the pitching differences, 95 miles an hour and also down to 75. Here's the nice motion by Brandon Morrow. He's got that good turn over the rubber and then rides his legs and gets extension on his fastball.
2-0 the count. And Grandal works it to 3-0. Yasmani's had a good series. 4 for 7. A couple of doubles. Grounded to Morrow, this first time up today.
Yeah, and he's swinging in this situation.
And ball 4, a 4-pitch walk, and that's the first free ticket from Morrow this afternoon. Brings up Justin Turner. Turner lined to center for his first at bat. There are a couple of young men who have grown up together from Cuba, University of Miami. Grandal and Alonso now wearing different uniforms. Now we talk about that leg kick, Mark Sweeney and Steve Finley. Turner seems to have an exaggerated knee lift.
Yeah, and I'd like to know what Steve Finley feels about the leg kick in general. And you've seen it a lot throughout baseball.
Well, as long as you get your foot up and down in time and to see the ball as it comes out of the pitcher's hand, you can have whatever kind of leg kick you want. But if you have a leg kick and you're traveling forward, it's going to make it tough to hit.
Line drive off the glove of Solarte, and that holds Grandal to second base as he advances. Solarte looks at the glove as if to say, "You betrayed me." He had it. It's called a base hit. It blistered by Turner. And 2 on, 2 out to Carl Crawford.
Yeah, this is a rocket off the bat. You can see Solarte on day games. It makes it very difficult when you see the white shirts and the glare off the stand. So I don't know if he saw that baseball off the bat. Just a rocket off Turner's.
I can tell you down here, I had a hard time tracking it through the crowd, so I can only imagine he had a hard time.
So Crawford fly to center his first time. 2 on, 2 out. And the breaking ball in there. Beautiful day, big crowd. It's been a terrific series. So well attended. 87,000 plus saw the first 2 games. At least 40,000 here again today. Ground ball foul past Davey Lopes, the coach at first.
I wanted to ask you too, and the Padres do such a great job with the military, and your feelings about the military Sundays.
I think it's fantastic. It's been here ever since I can remember, whenever I was a Padre. This is a military town, and the Padres really support the military as good as any team I've seen.
They've set an example for the rest of the major leagues. In fact, most of the other teams have now borrowed some of the ideas. 97, so that's what you're talking about, how he put a little more velocity, saves it for a key spot. Just missed there.
And exactly what you said, saves it for a key spot. It's not always with 2 strikes. At times he'll elevate with that high velocity fastball.
1-2. And a high fly ball. Myers waiting for it to come down. And that's it for the Dodgers in the 4th. They leave 2. Padres 1. Dodgers nothing.
Morrow being diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and Lil Paisley McCormick was diagnosed when she was 5 years old. And Mom, I want to ask you, how did you talk to her about Brandon? I know that you guys have the sign and he's her hero. How did you tell him about what he's gone through to kind of provide some inspiration for her?
Well, we were sitting there and we were watching the game, and then they zoomed on him in the dugout, and they're talking about his diabetes, and we paused it. We're like, oh my God, come in here, Paisley. And she sat and she watched it. She kind of eyes lit up, and it's really cool because she does competitive gymnastics, and it's cool for a kid to see a visual aid like him that he can go out there and still play sports, and just having the disease doesn't stop him.
Paisley, real fast, I want to ask you, what's it like to watch a professional athlete with the same diabetes that you have? What has it taught you?
That it never stops you for what you're doing.
That's awesome. Hold up your sign so everyone can see. Very nice. Thank you guys so much, Dick.
All right, thank you, Chris, and good luck to that young lady. And indeed, Brandon Morrow, he knows that he's reaching out to a lot of young people who have learned they have type 1 diabetes, where there's just not enough insulin being secreted by the pancreas to metabolize sugars and carbohydrates. And you know, there's two ends of it. Sometimes you give too much insulin, you go into that kind of shock, or it would be not enough, and you've got to monitor it. And Morrow does that after every inning. Kemp is the hitter. Double to right center his first time.
And Dick, you never know what impact you're going to have in people's lives. Yes, you want to be a role model, and you understand the reason that you're in a uniform, but those little stories, it means so much to the players. And I wish you all luck, and especially in gymnastics, and go after your goals if you're youngsters out there.
Onward and upward, young lady.
It's awesome.
2-2, and another foul. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be the extremes in life for the athletes, or for us for that matter, in the power of the microphone, that we really don't know, and it might just be in a neighborhood, the people that we touch, and by our own behavior. You know, just adopting the golden rule and say, hey, you should act like that. Treat people the way you want to be treated yourself. 2-2. Up high and a full count. I'm still overwhelmed at times by the power of the media and our, you know, now in baseball, people are watching this telecast, not just in San Diego, all over the world.
Yes.
3-2, and ball 4. Kemp is on, a leadoff walk. Padres with a 1-0 lead. In fact, just on that point, Eduardo Almada down in Navajo, same city in Mexico, Fernando Valenzuela. His dad, Mel Almada, was the first Mexican to play in the major leagues in the 1930s with the Boston Red Sox. And Eduardo was listening down in Mexico as we talked about Bobby Doerr. Said, I want to get a hold of Bobby Doerr. My dad played with Bobby Doerr. And so he's going to try to look him up in Oregon. Isn't that nice? He's writing a book about his dad. Upton fouls it away. In fact, just a final note on that. His dad had light skin, and at that time, that's why Major League Baseball accepted him.
Yep.
And the last hit that Babe Ruth gave up as a pitcher, his dad, Mel Almada, got that hit.
Oh, what a great feeling to have that in your back pocket to talk about.
So he's going to write a book about his father and his baseball exploits. He challenged him inside, 1-1.
And it looks like he's trying to elevate inside as well. Got Justin to expand the strike zone his last at bat.
You know, this is a good inning right here to really get to Baker. This is the kind of pitcher you don't want to let him settle into his game.
And he's generously given up a leadoff walk to Kemp. Good pitch. Cold hard facts. They're brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. Justin and Melvin Upton, his older brother, have combined for 308 career home runs. That's the 6th most among brothers with at least 100 home runs each. That's really an interesting club. They're the 6th all time. You have to have each brother has to hit at least 100 to make the list. Swing and a miss. Not this time. Breaking ball. Well, here the rest of the list. Joe and Vince DiMaggio, 486. Dominic DiMaggio didn't hit 100. Ken and Clete Boyer. Brett and Aaron Boone. J.D. and Stephen Drew. Stephen getting his 100th this year. Roberto and Sandy Alomar. And Justin and Melvin Upton. Now both Padres at 308. An interesting list. And the reason why it's 100, you know, you got Hank Aaron and his brother hit about 21, and they would, of course, have the most total. But got to hit 100 each. That's pretty good. Runner goes. The throw by Grandal. Not in time. Kemp has another steal. He's feeling it against his former teammates.
Yeah, and he's heard the whispers of him not running very well, but what a phenomenal jump by Matt Kemp. And you could see taking off with the high leg kick and the explosion from Matt Kemp. Head first sliding and almost sliding into the left fielder.
Almost into the left field wall.
Well, that's when you know you got speed.
That's his 4th steal. He leads the Padres. So a chance to pick up a run, leading 1-0. Yonder Alonso, the hitter, 1 out. Broken back ground ball to Gonzalez. He'll toss it to the pitcher covering, and Kemp goes to third. 2 away.
When you get a chance, I wanted to ask Steve Finley your impression of Matt Kemp in a Padre uniform.
I'm so glad he's here right now. One, his leadership. Two, the offensive number he's going to put up this year is going to be a big boost for this club.
Enters today with the 9th best batting average in the league, 351. Leads the team in RBIs, 14. Leads the team in hits. Now leads them in steals. 90 feet away from 2-0. Norris trying to pick him up. Derek fly to left his first time. Baker now 63 pitches in the game. Those Kemp jerseys are going out the door in a hurry over at the Padres shop.
And they should. Talented player that plays with emotion. A star player, and we haven't had a star player around here in a long time.
Line drive, base hit. Norris delivers. It's going to roll to the wall, and Mr. Double. Derek Norris has his 9th, and the Padres lead 2-0.
But what else can you say from Derek Norris? And getting the fastballs away, and then he gets this breaking ball, gets out front just a little bit, and stays in. Our overhead look shows you the location of that pitch. This ball's a rocket. So impressed, and especially the doubles from Derek Norris.
And now he's in double figures in RBIs with 10. 2-0 Padres. Jed Jerko, the hitter.
Jed is due for something to touch the outfield grass right here. He's hit too many balls hard here lately with nothing to show for it.
Yeah, the last time up, he drilled one over the bag at third, and Guerrero took a double away from him.
Something you got to look for when it comes down to Jed Jerko is that front side, that front hip that tends to turn just a little bit too soon, and he's got to lock those hips in to try to work that right center field. And he's got power to the gaps. He gets in pull mode too many times, in my opinion.
That is 22 home runs a couple of years ago. Ground ball toward the hole, and Guerrero picks it off and throws him out. But the Padres get a run, a walk. Matt Kemp steals second, moves to third on the ground out, and Derek Norris drills a double to left center. And the Padres, after 4, lead the Dodgers 2-0. by Petco. What we feed them matters. By RCP Block and Brick. By RCP Block and Brick. Start your outdoor project at rcpblock.com. And by USAA, official military appreciation partner of the San Diego Padres. Back we go, top of the 5th inning. Brandon Morrow staked to a 2-0 lead. Faces Guerrero, Peterson, and the pitcher Baker in the 5th inning. Guerrero looped a single off the glove of Amarista into left field in the 3rd inning.
So you want to sit in the batter's box with that view. Really indicates it's a great shot that we get behind home plate area. Shows you that velocity, and you can see the catcher when he sets up, he'll put his hand behind him, and Derek Norris to protect that from foul balls.
That ball is drilled. He's showing his home run power, and that one is gone. Number 5 for Alex Guerrero. And it'll be 2-1 when he hits home plate. Signed him for 4 years, $28 million. This young Cuban, 27 years of age, and that ball jumps off his bat.
Elevated breaking ball, and you're seeing in baseball the trend of Cuban success. Could add him to the list early on this year for the Dodgers.
21 at bats. He's got 5 home runs. Goodness.
That's pretty good production. He's not a big kid either, and the ball really jumps off his bat.
So 2-1. And here's Jock Peterson, line to left field his first time. Takes a strike. 385 feet they measured the home run of Guerrero. Swing and a miss. Curveball. Alexi Amarista's home run to right field landed 398 feet from home plate, even longer than Guerrero's. So 2-1 the score.
Well, Steve, we've seen the home run ball in this series, but it tends to travel a little bit better during the day, doesn't it, here?
It always did. Even over at the old ballpark of Qualcomm, during day games, it always traveled. You know, here, you know, with all these new buildings being built out here, the wind seems to circulate all over the place. So some days it seems carried better than others, like last night, for instance, with all the wind.
Well, the predominant marine breeze comes in from that left field side. And they've shortened the porches a little bit in the past couple of years. 1-2.
Yeah, I remember in the original, when they did the engineering for the wind, they thought the ball was really going to carry to right. It turned out when those stands went up there, it created an eddy or whatever. The wind was curling under, and it was blowing straight in from right, and balls were just dropping out of the air.
Yeah, we've seen that right center field, especially at night. In the dirt. Full count now to Peterson.
Well, they say this is a pitcher's ballpark, but in my estimation, it plays pretty true, and I like it. You have to hit the balls for them to go out, and you're going to be honored with a good swing. And I think that's what you want to do as a ballpark. You go to some of these other places in Colorado, also Cincinnati, which we see the teams hitting a lot of home runs. It's really not a fair ballpark.
Strike 3 call. Peterson on his way to first base. He can do a U-turn and walk the other way. Third base dugout. Third strikeout for Brandon Morrow.
Well, this is just an absolute paint job. He's actually given him farther than that outside, and a perfect pitcher's pitch.
That'll bring up Scott Baker, the pitcher, who has given the Dodgers 4 decent innings, giving up a couple of runs. Grounds that one foul. No report on Adam Wainwright yet as to how severe that Achilles injury.
Yeah, the reports are saying that he could possibly miss the rest of the year. Unfortunately, it was the Achilles and also ankle injury.
Running the bases.
Yeah. And that's an organization that has depth in their rotation. Marco Gonzalez can come up from AAA, who they like, but you're taking away your #1 starter.
And one of the best in the baseball world.
I think they can succumb to the pressures of going through the season with their pitching, but also this is a guy that you won't expect to really give up those innings in the playoffs, and that's how they look at things. Much like the Padres, they've gone out and got James Shields because of the playoff experience and pitching those important innings.
Adam Wainwright is to the Cardinals what Bumgarner is to the Giants, what Kershaw is to the Dodgers, what James Shields is to the Padres.
Exactly.
You expect him to go out and win every time he takes the ball. Well, I hope it isn't a season ending. Great player and good guy. 1-2. Just a little low. 72 pitches now for Morrow with 1 out in the 5th. Jimmy Rollins on deck. Baker holding his own in this at bat. Coming up in the Twins organization, he was a high 2nd-round pick by the Twins 12 years ago, and has a winning record lifetime, 66-52. Back up the middle, Amarista on the run, it bobbles and still gets it. 2 away.
That was a great job of not panicking by Amarista. He's got time with the pitcher running, gathered himself, and made a perfect throw.
I love that shot of the Colonel, Jerry Coleman. There's his wife, Maggie, here at the game today in the U.S. Marine Corps. Of course, the Colonel honored over at the Marine Corps base, the recruiting base, their gymnasium now named after Colonel Jerry Coleman. You want to talk about quality? None of these guys want to be called heroes, but he deserved the tag. Swing and a miss by Rollins. I mean, I just can't even fathom, in 2 different wars, 120 combat missions, 120 in combat, and he comes back and doesn't want to talk about it. The heroes, of course, for him were the ones who did not return.
There's a reason they call it the greatest generation.
Yeah, just to be around him. When he walked away, you just felt so good about yourself.
Yeah, I think all of us missed the conversations that you'd have, and they'd be small conversations, but you'd always leave with a laughing moment.
Strike 3 called. Morrow pinpoints another pitch and a couple of strikeouts in the 5th after Alex Guerrero homers and pulls the Dodgers within 2-1. brought to you by Geico. Mike Piazza hitting his 400th career home run on this date in 2006 against the Diamondbacks. Valverde. Padres, however, fell to the Snakes 3-2. 400th for Piazza on this date. Also on this date in 1961, a fellow named Roger Maris hit his first home run on his way to 61 to pass the Bambino and create controversy because of the expanded schedule, and the commissioner put an asterisk next to Maris's name because he got his home runs in more games, playing in 8 more games than the Bambino.
He was a pretty good player, wasn't he?
Babe Ruth, George Herman.
Yeah.
A little tubby at the end, but
he liked to eat.
He liked life, that's for certain. When you see the younger photos of him, no film, not much anyway, how slim and strong he was, broad-shouldered, spindly legs. But he was a great pitcher. Alexi Amarista leads off the 5th inning, homered to right field his first time, and Morrow and Myers against Scott Baker. It's a tight one, 2-1. Padres home half of the 5th. Alexi's first home run of the year, traveled 398 feet to right field.
Yeah, 3-2 pitch, and he got a good pitch to just throw his hands inside the baseball. Had a lot of travel on that baseball.
That would have been a home run in the old alignment before they constructed the jack deck.
Well, when you looked at Grandal's glove, Baker hit his spot on that pitch too, so I don't know if they're going to be wanting to challenge him inside right here.
A ball, 2 strikes. Amarista leads off the 5th. Takes high. Did a couple against the Rockies in 2012 in one game. Out of play. Some would argue that it's not a good thing when Amarista hits a home run because it's tempted to want to seek more, and his game isn't hitting home runs. It's nice when he does.
Yeah, and that's a great point too. You don't want to take your aggressiveness away, but you don't want to get out of what you do best. And I think Alexi Amarista is starting to get into that comfort zone.
That one sails on the grass behind second, and Turner has it for the first down.
Tonight, Fox Sports Live will get you caught up on a full night of NHL and NBA playoff action in tonight's MLB games, plus all the latest rumors out of New York on the eve of the NFL Draft. You can see Fox Sports Live tonight at 10 on Fox Sports 1, or see it simulcast right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
Well, it's a fascinating time for a sports fan, isn't it? The baseball season well underway, the NBA playoffs, the Stanley Cup playoffs, the draft coming up. Morrow wants his first major league hit. Is it today?
I think a lot of the Charger fans are wondering, is Phillip Rivers going to be in a Chargers uniform after this draft?
They can't trade Rivers, can they?
Well, he's a wanted player for obvious reasons. But Marcus Mariota, will he change that much with an organization?
But I'm just talking as a fan. I just think Rivers is such a consummate athlete, gentleman, citizen.
Agreed.
I'd hate to see him leave our town. He makes our city better. But, the management of every franchise has to look to where they can be better. Who knows what's in the works? Well, one thing that the Chargers need to get a running back.
I'd like to see that.
Outside, 1-2 to Morrow. There's Derek Norris, drove in what is now the go-ahead run, 2-1. Strike 3 call. Morrow caught looking. That's 4 strikeouts for his counterpart. Top of the order, Will Myers, couple of fly ball outs. So the Dodgers have to reach into the minor leagues. A guy they signed after he was released. Anyone could have signed him. Minor league contract. Does well in 3 starts at Oklahoma City. Scott Baker. Scully is here. That's good to note. Then didn't make the trip. As the broadcaster, his contract now says he'll do all the home games and go to San Francisco. I talked with him in L.A. I said, hey, what if in September the Padres are battling the Dodgers? He said, yeah, you'll see me.
Well, we miss him down here. What a wonderful man, and obviously his track record speaks for himself. Spending some time in the Los Angeles Dodgers organization, it was a privilege to be around that man.
And down goes Myers, chases a pitch out of the zone, and a couple of strikeouts for Baker. He retires the Padres in order in the 5th. Amarista, his first home run of the season in the 3rd inning, and the Padres led 1-0. They added on in the 4th inning. A walk Kemp, he stole a base, and then Derek Norris drove a double to left center, bringing in Kemp. 2-0 San Diego. Brandon Morris shut out the Dodgers until the 5th, and the leadoff man Alex Guerrero, the young Cuban, homers to left field, his 5th of the season, and he's only played a handful of games. It's 2-1. That's our Harrah's game summary. Amarista and the Padres now set defensively. Top of the 6th, Ethier, Gonzalez, and Grandal to face Brandon Morrow. Ball 1. Ethier is fly to left and struck out, replacing Yasiel Puig. The news today that Puig has been placed on the 15-day disabled list with a hamstring, along with Joel Peralta, one of their relief pitchers. That's why Baker's on the mound today, in part. And also Brandon League is on the 60-day disabled list to make room on the 40-man roster for the various changes. 2-0 now. Ethier. Third back at 92, 2-1.
You saw the conversations, excuse me, Steve, with Don Mattingly and also pitching coach Rick Honeycutt trying to forecast the rest of the game for Scott Baker. He doesn't have a lot of pitches in the minor leagues, but he's trying to forecast the next innings, how they're going to play out.
Line drive, base hit, Ethier to right field. Leadoff man on. That's the 5th Dodger hit. Padres have only 3.
Looks like a breaking ball by Brandon Morrow that stays up in the strike zone. You see it just keeping elevated, and Andre Ethier does a nice job going into right field with that elevated breaking ball.
Adrian Gonzalez who has been quite a nemesis against Padre pitching, but today in check, a strikeout and a ground out. Shift is on. Ball one. His career record against the Padres since he left town, 341. This season, 591. 14 home runs in just 51 games against his former team. Unbelievable. I mean, just ridiculous numbers.
The OPS, which is on base percentage and slugging percentage together.
This season, 2,136.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Send him to another planet. Had a big rip at that one, 1-1. Two and one.
You know, Brandon's really been teasing him off that outside corner all day, and he's been swinging at it. Be a great pitch for him to roll over into a double play right here.
It's interesting. Amarista would have to, if the ball's hit to him, go 6-3. And the other is if it is hit to middle, Brooks, or rather Solardi at third, and Amarista, the shortstop, has to play it like the second baseman. He goes to left field, foul.
Yeah, and these communications are done before the pitch is thrown. How they're going to react. Solarte moves over a little bit into that shortstop area. Still making some adjustments. But making those throws, trying to turn the double play, poses some problems.
You know, I've seen some teams actually take their third baseman and put him over in that second base position where Amarista is right now, leaving the shortstop over where he usually plays.
Yeah, that's right. Shortstop then would have more range staying on the left side. Ground ball to second. Can this be two? There's one. Amarista with a relay. In time! A double play! Just what we were anticipating. Amarista now has to be the second baseman and elude the runner coming in and make the strong throw. It was awkward, but they completed the deal.
Well, Taylor made double play ball from Adrian Gonzalez, and that's a good thing. And then you see the accurate throw by Jed Jerko. And not getting momentum into your throw by Alexi Amarista, but the strength of the throw. Very good turn by the Padres.
4-6-3, so a couple of double plays. Gonzalez struck out into a double play earlier. Grandal takes ball one. He is tapped to the mound and walked today. Switch hitting catcher. Came into the series struggling, barely over 200. But he's done well. 4 for 8 so far in this series, and a couple of walks as well. A couple of doubles.
There's always that little extra motivation when you're playing your old team.
Yeah, such a good point, Steve. And if any player says that there's not, they're crazy, because it is. It's motivation. It's, you start thinking about, hey, they let you go. I got to show them. I got to have one of those big moments. Saw Nick Hundley have a good series in Colorado. It is extra motivation.
Randall with the Dodgers in the Kemp trade. Oh, that's a beauty. A slow curveball. 79 miles an hour. 2-2. But the pitch before was, boy, that had a lot of late action. 94 in the fastball to make it 2-1. Now the curve 2-2. High fly ball on the fastball. On the infield, Solarte calls off the catcher and makes the catch. Dodgers gone in the 6th. Padres lead 2-1. Jan Solarte will start the bottom half of the inning, and then Kemp and Upton will get their turn. Rays baseball brought to you by Sequan Casino, only 30 minutes from Petco Park. By Mercury Insurance. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com today. See how much you could save. By USAA, official military appreciation partner of the San Diego Padres. On to the bottom of the 6th inning, 2-1 Padres. Pleased you've joined us with Mark Sweeney, Steve Finley, Chris Button, Dick Enberg, and hope you'll be around tomorrow night. Our TV time 6:30 as the pitch is swung on by Solarte and a high fly ball lifted to center field where Peterson has it for the first out. Matt Kemp doubled in the first inning, and on that double, Solarte trying to score was thrown out at the plate. He walked, stole second in the 4th inning, and scored what is now the go-ahead run. Came home on Derek Norris's double.
You can imagine Baker's leash is pretty short this inning. The Dodger bullpens, everyone's been up, and now they have somebody getting loose. I'd say the next couple guys get on, you'll see a lefty facing Alonso.
Steve Finley, 84 pitches now for Scott Baker. Kept the Dodgers in the game. Allowed only 3 hits. Shift is on. Oh, just missed it. High fly ball tailing toward the foul line, and Ethier over to grab it. Couple of fly ball outs here to open the 6th inning. And here's Justin Upton. He struck out both times.
When you look at Scott Baker, and what he's done is just tantalized the Padre hitters all day as Paco Rodriguez gets loose in the Dodger bullpen. He's not that high velocity guy, but he pitches at that high part of the strike zone that is very hard to lay off.
Upton hasn't been able to figure him out. Struck out both times. And he starts him with a breaking ball strike.
Steve, was this a guy that you tried to move back or maybe shift the field on?
Well, sometimes with a guy like this, you can move up closer to the plate if he's living away on you. But mostly you want to try to stay the center of the field. You try to do too much, you're working right into his game.
And a slow breaking ball, and it's 0-2.
You know, watching Upton swings today, the last at bat and this one right here, he looks like he's being a little late getting his foot down and getting ready.
It's a waste pitch to back him off the plate. 1-2. Got him again 3 times. Upton has struck out. That one on the curveball. Padres go in order in the 6th inning. It's still 2-1 for the home side. Military Sunday presented by USAA. Padres making full advantage of 3 hits to lead 2-1. As Brandon Morrow trying to go 7 innings again here at Petco. His first 2 outings here on this field. He's gone 7 against the Giants, 4 hits, no runs, and then against Arizona 7. Allowed 2 runs and 7 hits. Today through 6, 1 run and 5 hits. He'll face Turner, Crawford, and Guerrero in the Dodgers 7th. Turner singled off Solarde's glove the first time, or the last time. He lined out to center his first at bat. He's hit the ball hard both times. Surprise. Well, he'd be a regular with almost every major league team. Line drive left field. Here comes Upton and makes the catch. Oh, 3 straight times Turner has hit a rope. Has only 1 hit to show for it.
Yeah, that's a hang with him for Justin Turner, and a line drive, and again that first step as we see Kevin Quackenbush getting loose. 93 pitches for Brandon Morrow to this point.
Probably his last inning. Carl Crawford twice up, twice he's flying to Myers in center. Will is shifted way over into left center field. .93 for a strike. Had a little more tail on it at 93, but outside 1-1.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Brandon Morrow's fastball today. He's taken advantage of that outside corner, especially the left-handers.
Fly behind short. Amarista angling toward the foul line, makes the catch for the second out. Fair ball. That brings up Alex Guerrero. 2 for 2. Is Guerrero, a bloop single and a home run to left field for the Dodger run. Two for 2 for this third baseman of the 5 hits allowed by Morrow. Let's examine his style. He gets a lot of power out of a crouch. Here's the base hit off his hands, a looper that Amarista had for a moment, and that's a single. No one's going to catch this one. Quick swing.
Now the quick swing and also the plate coverage.
Lifts that one off first base. Alonso will watch it go into the crowd.
But when you have confidence in the game and when you're in the batter's box, everything feels good. The bat feels good. You have plate coverage. He's handled both inside with 2 strikes and also that breaking ball by Brandon Morrow. I'd like to see them move his feet a little bit, make him uncomfortable.
There you go. Yeah, good thinking.
A lot of hitters don't like that. They feel comfortable in the batter's box and you move their feet. They're going to get out of the way. And that possibly could expose them to that breaking ball away, possibly the fastball away.
That'll make it to the crowd. 2-2.
What I mean about that is just getting off the barrel, because you make them aware when you move their feet. You make them aware of the inside part of the plate.
So he's reached the 100 pitch mark, Brandon Morrow. 1 out away from completing the target 7 innings. Turned it over to the bullpen. Benoit and Kimbrel are rested. They're ready to go. Did he go? No. Guerrero's not very tall. He's 6 feet. But he's very muscular. 215. Living up to his reputation, a power hitter. Off the fist. Rolls to Amarista and throws him out. 7 solid innings for Brandon Morrow. We're at the stretch half of the 7th. The Padres lead the Dodgers 2-1. And by tradition here on Military Sundays, we'll join in with the activities at Petco Park. God bless America.
It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Before we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game here on Military Sunday, please stand and welcome Staff Sergeant Brent Williams. Please sing along as he presents God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Military Sunday Appreciation Day for the United States Marine Corps here at Petco Park. We welcome them back and look forward to seeing them again on another Sunday in this 2015 season. Hey, what's that Mercury Insurance? Get some insured some runs. I wonder if we can dial up a run or two. A 2-1 game, mighty tight here as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Yonder Alonso, Derek Norris, Jed Churko to bat for the Padres. Ground ball into the shift. Coming in from right field is Turner, the second baseman, to throw him out. Slider, and Alonso now out on 3 straight ground balls. Derek Norris, an RBI double. That's the difference in the game with Kemp aboard. True to his reputation, Baker's walked only 2 today, but he did walk Kemp to lead off the 4th inning. Then Kemp stole second, moved to third on a ground out, and Norris brought him home with a sharp double to left center field.
Yeah, Dick, you think about some of those moments before Derek Norris was driving Matt Kemp in. That stolen base by Kemp was very important. Yonder Alonso advances to the third, and then that elevated breaking ball by Derek Norris hitting into left field.
Joaquin Benoit, the 8th inning specialist, getting ready. Foul back off the mask of Grandal. Padres with only 3 hits. The RBI double by Norris, and Amarista, the number 8 hitter, with his first home run. 2-1, San Diego. Beautiful day, big crowd, tight ball game. Padres trying to salvage the final game of this 3-game series. That ball hit well to left field. Does it have enough on it? Into the wall goes Crawford, and he will touch them all. Derek Norris, number 1 is a Padre, and he has given San Diego the insurance they're seeking. It's 3-1.
Well, you're seeing a confident hitter in Derek Norris. Obviously, we've seen the doubles from Derek Norris, and then the mistake. What a beautiful swing, and you see the simple approach, but the strength of his hands getting through that baseball and the sound.
And Crawford with that short 5-foot wall trying to lean in and pull it back, but just enough distance for Norris. That'll bring a home run smile into that Padre dugout. It's 3-1. Jerko with 1 out here in the 7th.
Dick, you think about all the chemistry part, and Derek Norris's main goal was to get Brandon Morrow to have a successful start. Then he adds offense today to his battery mate. Has to feel good.
RBI double and his first home run. 350 feet they measured that one. Ooh, good swing by Jerko, and it's 2-1. So in the series, the Dodgers with 6 home runs and the Padres with 5. And the chant "Beat LA" grows here at Petco. Ground ball right side. Turner able to glove it on the outfield grass. 2 away.
Follow the Padres all season in 2015 with MLB.com @BAT, the #1 app for live baseball. @BAT is up to the moment. At any moment in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, StatCast, and more. Get MLB.com @BAT for your smartphone or tablet.
So Alexi Amarista steps up. Home run and a pop-up. Padres against Scott Baker, who made the hits count. Only 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them home runs. Solos by Amarista and Norris, and an RBI double by Derek Norris. 2-0. Over 100 pitches now for Baker. Fly ball. Left fielder Crawford was cruising in under it. And that's it for the Padres in the 7th, but they do buy an insurance run. And the salesman is Derek Norris, his first as a Padre. 3-1 the score.
Padres lead the Dodgers in the top of the 8th inning. Steve Finley and Mike Pomeranz working on Padres Live, the post-game show, which will be brought to you by Cox Communication. Great day for Derek Norris offensively, but really Alexi Amarista got things going.
Well, it gives the Padres the first lead of the series. Big hit for him, big hit for the team. Now the stage is set.
First home run of the year for Lexi, first home run of the year for Derek Norris, a 3-1 lead. When we see you in a post-game show, we'll also tell you how Brandon Morrow today started a great job, but really the focus for him was to try to neutralize Adrian Gonzalez, and he was able to do that today. Steve Finley will tell us just how. And we've got a nominee for what has to be, to this point, the catch of the year. So please be sure to join us today after the final out. Dick Enberg and Mark Sweeney, gentlemen.
All right, Mike, we look forward to your analysis and the highlights of the game and action around Major League Baseball on this Sunday as Joaquin Benoit comes in to work the top of the 8th inning. Jock Peterson, the pitcher spot, and Jimmy Rollins for the Dodgers. Peterson fouls it away. Your pitching change brought to you by El Cajon 4.
The 11th appearance for Joaquin Benoit. A lot of success against the right-handers, you can see, but left-handers don't hit too big of an average. But this is the perfect formula for the Padres. Benoit in the 8th and hopefully Kimbrel in the 9th.
Will Middlebrooks in the double switch is in at third base, and he will then lead off the bottom half of the inning in the pitcher's spot. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Kendrick, who did not start today, the second baseman, is in the on-deck circle. Shift is on, stacked up on the right side. 1-2.
Take a look at that shift here with the 3 guys on the right side. With that pull approach by Jock Peterson.
Pretty good pitch. Able to lay off. 2-2.
We've seen some good movement, that run and also sink by Joaquin Benoit. 94 on that fastball.
The changeup is devastating, but you got to keep it down. Corey Dickerson took it deep in Colorado. Drive to center field. Myers has to get ground and is there for the catch on the warning track. Hit hard for the first out. That'll bring up Kendrick.
Now, we've seen some good defensive play by the Padres, especially the outfield. And Will Myers going back, taking a look at where he is in regards to the fence. But he has handled that situation. And you see Joaquin Benoit, he thought it was a mistake. Nice play by Will Myers. And again, the defense for the outfield. I've been very impressed with them.
Kendrick, who started the first 2 games of the series. In fact, he has started every game until today. Acquired from the Angels offseason, hitting .308. 3 home runs and a dozen RBIs. Ball 1. With our madman statistician Mike Trussell digging through the notes, and this crowd is a near record proportion, at least for a 3-game series. The house today is 43,256. This series, the 3rd largest attendance for a 3-game series in Petco history. Slider, total of 130,765 attending the 3 games. 3rd most for a 3-game series. The most ever was 133,000 for the Boston series back in 2007. But what a weekend. Fans have had a great time. Ooh, that's a wicked breaking ball. The slider. 2-1. you'll be out here to see the first place Houston Astros tomorrow night, Tuesday night. You'll see Shields, then Ross and Cashner in the 12:30 game on Wednesday. Ground ball, shortstop Amarista charges. 2 away. Let's go down to Chris Budden. Chris, what do you have for us?
Dick, there's a new face in the bullpen. Corey Mazzoni has been recalled from El Paso, and in a related move, Chris Rierick has been optioned down to AAA. I talked to Mazzoni today and wanted to know what Pat Murphy is, funny moves that he does to let him know the news. I said, how'd you find out? And he said, well, he called me at 11:30, told me he knocked on my door and I wasn't there. This was 11:30 at night. So he said, you're suspended 5 games. Well, it turns out Pat needs to come up with some new information because Mazzoni goes, I was there. I knew what he was doing. So called his family on the East Coast at 2 a.m. in the morning. So Pat Murphy, if you're listening, you got to come up with some new stuff. Yeah, they've got you.
So Corey Mazzoni is in the big leagues for the first time. He came over from the Mets in the Alex Torres trade in the offseason.
Congratulations, Corey. What a great moment it had to be for him to find that news out.
Jimmy Rollins is the hitter. Fouls that at the plate, a changeup. And the count goes 2 strikes on the leadoff man for the Dodgers. Bases empty, 2 outs here in the 8th. Padres with a 3-1 lead. Oh, when I heard Mazzoni was coming up, I didn't hear it clearly. I thought it was Mazzoli. Yeah. Our chairman up in Duluth, Minnesota, of the Pick the Stick. Yeah. I thought maybe it was his kid.
I did too.
Yeah. Mazzoni had 6 outstanding outings in relief at El Paso and earned his way to the big leagues. 2-strike pitch. Sails outside. 94 on the Benoit fastball.
Yeah, typically Bud Black and also Darren Balsley tried to get those guys that get called up early into their game. But with Brandon Morrow's success today, an outstanding start by him, really didn't fit in to this point.
Morrow 3 starts here at Petco, goes 7 innings all 3 times, and in the 21 innings allows only 3 runs and 16 hits. Now that's some good pitching.
It was great fastball command today with everything else working off of that, but I thought he commanded his arm side, especially off the plate to left-handed hitters.
A ball, 2 strikes to Jimmy Rollins. Fouled again. So the pitching matchups in the Houston series. James Shields goes for his 3rd win tomorrow night against Colin McHugh, and McHugh off to a 3-0 start. Then Tyson Ross and Roberto Hernandez on Tuesday night. And the day game Wednesday, Andrew Cashner against Dallas Keuchel. Keuchel is 2-0 with a 0.62 ERA, a left-hander.
Yeah, and he's a really good one too. We talked to AJ Hinch during spring training, and he's very excited about their young talent on that club. Jose Altuve, the second baseman. A lot of power on that club as well.
Another foul. Astros 10-7 going into play today atop the American League West. Our closed captioning is brought to you by Wiener Schnitzel. Base is empty for the Dodgers here in the top of the 8th. 2 out. Rollins spoiling a lot of pitches. Ethier and Gonzalez waiting. Should Rollins climb aboard? Got him. No, just a piece of foul tip that was in and out of the glove of Norris. Another pitch spoiled by Rollins. So close to a strikeout, but
you can see the run on that fastball and just barely out of the glove of Derek Norris.
Fans here in San Diego want to beat LA. 43,256 here to try to snap the 4-game losing string. Get back on the win side. A nice one-hopper back to the mound, and the underhand toss, and that's it for the Dodgers. Benoit does the job. 1-2-3 in the 8th. Padres baseball brought to you by Jack in the Box. Head to Jack in the Box for Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. By Petco. What we feed them matters. And by your San Diego Lexus dealer. Military Appreciation Day, saluting the United States Marines on this Sunday in San Diego. And of course, all branches of the service and their families will be honored during the course of the 2015 season. Carlos Frias just called up. FRIAS, Carlos Frias, 6'4", 25-year-old Dominican. Made his major league debut late last season. Just did get in town. What's he throw?
Yeah, this power right-hander has that sinker slider mix and also has a changeup to go along with it, as we see the closer for the Padres, Craig Kimbrell, warming up.
Will Middlebrooks fouls it away. He's hitting in the 9th spot after the double switch. So Middlebrooks, then Myers, and Solarte here in the 3rd. Now that's the pitcher spot, Solarte. So we'll have a pinch hitter and battle hitting 3rd. One and two.
You see the 97 miles an hour from Carlos Frias.
So many young arms around baseball, 95 to 97. It's just commonplace.
Yeah, you see and I think that's the difference in the game if you look at it. And last year's success for the Kansas City Royals.
Bobbled by Frias, but has time and gets Middlebrooks by a half stride. Close play.
Catch the Padres Social Hour presented by United Airlines every day, all season long. Host Jesse Agler is joined by a rotating group of co-hosts as they talk Padres and take fans' questions. Airs every day on Fox Sports San Diego, ESPN 1700, and on Padres.com/social hour.
Well, if you're a baseball fan, you get it all here at Fox Sports San Diego. Jesse starts it off. Great hour, social hour, then the half-hour pregame show, the game itself, the postgame show, all that goes with it. Many special features. Myers flied to center, flied to right, and struck out today.
You go back to your point, Dick, about the arms out of the bullpens, and it almost seems like if you don't throw 95, you're not going to come out of a bullpen, but it does. It's the process of trying to shorten the games down. trying to take the pressure off the starters.
He just got squeezed on that first pitch. And actually the second pitch was good enough to call a strike. So instead of 0-2, Myers is 2-0 as Craig Kimbrell getting ready. He'll be the ninth inning man with Ethier, Gonzalez, Grandal, some heavy hitters coming up for the Dodgers.
And for those Padre fans remembering Hell's Bells so frequently from the future Hall of Famer Trevor Hoffman, now the entry song for Craig Kimbrell as you see who's due up against Craig Kimbrell. Ethier, Gonzalez, and Grandal.
Up the middle, base hit. He beat the shift. They had 3 men over on the left side. That left that big gap on the second base side, and Myers shoots one through.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Will Venable will hit for Benoit in the second spot in the batting order. Padres seeking a bit more insurance, leading 3-1.
Yeah, not a bad time to steal for Will Myers. Also look for a ball in the dirt.
Comes out with a good swing. Venable hitting 190 as a pinch hitter, 1 for 7. A couple of home runs for Venable. Play Venable pretty much straight up. Drill instructors and the Marine recruits, they're staying a little longer than normal, right to the 8th inning.
They're waiting for Craig Kimbrell too. Yeah. Why not?
They like firepower.
I do too.
96 misses. 1-1. Just the way they wear those hats, or just the attitude, the jaw sticking out.
And this to the benefit of the hitter, Will Venable. If you're watching that, the attention is on Will Myers. So you have to sell out on a fastball in this situation.
Play. Well, the dreaded wave has returned. Just wonder at times, is that a distraction to the hitter? I mean, if you're going to do the wave, why not do it when the opposing team is up?
I think every player likes emotion. It locks you in a little bit. That concentration level spikes up. You're not a fan of the wave?
No, I never have been. I'm not even a fan when I'm in the ocean. I don't like the wave. Well, maybe a base hit here will quiet the crowd and focus on the game itself. And not that way. Strike 3 as he goes after a pitch in the dirt. 2 away. Today's game is presented in HD by Sony 4K. Well, Matt Kemp has a double, a walk, stole a base and scored, and fly to right field. Looking ahead again to the 9th inning, Craig Kimbrell, looking for his 6th save of the season, will face Ethier, Gonzalez, and Grandal. Shift on. Look at that huge gap on the right side, all the way to the screen, and that moves Myers into scoring position. See if Kemp can pick him up, extend the lead.
You see this slider that just is pulled to the side, might even been a fastball. That's that presence in the batter's box that we talk about so many times. It's that fear factor that you have, and Matt Kemp has earned that.
One and one to Kemp. Entered the game with his hit total on his back, 27, now with 28, the double. D. Gordon leads the National League with 29, so Kemp right there for the lead in hits. One ball, two strikes.
Well, Dick, the Padres won't see the Dodgers until May 22nd, a weekend series up in LA. So this would be a nice little taste in Matt's mouth to finish off the series.
Not total bragging rights, but get the last word anyway. Got him. Pretty impressive. Young man Frias had just called up, strikes out Venable and punches out Kemp. We go to the ninth. The Padres 3, the Dodgers 1. Here comes Kimbrel. That's quite an entry, isn't it? Flames, fire, furor here as Kimbrel comes to the hill. Looking to bring some high heat to the Dodgers here in the ninth inning. It'll be Ethier, Gonzalez, and Grandal as Kimbrel seeks his sixth Padres save. Pretty consistently, his fastball is topped out at 97. See how he fires. He's a little more rested.
Yeah, and I think that's the key right there, being rested. And you see the career averages against Kimbrel.
1 for 4 for Gonzalez, and that's the only hit that trio has been able to manufacture.
Yeah, the intensity of Craig Kimbrel is what you fall in love with, and the stare down.
I love that approach, like he's going to take wing. Well, actually, he is. Out of play. Ethier.
Get me over 98. That's what you're getting from Craig Kimbrell. If they cheat on the fastball, he has a breaking ball to go along with it to make you embarrassed.
No, that's a nasty breaking ball, isn't it?
It really is.
Just to repeat the story, why he takes that posture before the pitch. Excuse me, foul. He said that early on, when he had the ball behind his back and his arm dragging, it just didn't feel right. And he said, so he would just raise it up, take the pressure off, and it just felt good. And it became part of his whole pitching habit. My friend Al McGuire would say, it looks like a big old condor about to take off.
I love it.
2 strikes. There's that hook. Ooh, tough to lay off.
It really is. And you try to go on that arm speed, and your thought is not getting embarrassed by a fastball. You'll cheat on that fastball because of the velocity, and also he hides the baseball so well, and that quick arm comes out.
There it is. Breaking ball, strike 3. 1 away. So in his career with Atlanta before coming here in 2015, 46, 42, 50, 47. So consistent in saving and very few blown saves. He won the Trevor Hoffman Reliever of the Year award last year. How appropriate, as the best relief pitcher in the National League. Gonzalez 0 for 3, a couple of double plays. Ooh, watch out.
We've seen some excuse me swings.
Well, speaking of the high fastball, it's time
for the Cholula flamethrower. 98 miles an hour. You know what that is?
Let me think.
That's hot sauce.
All right.
Thank you for waiting for that 98.
Back with a breaking ball, 0-2. Gonzalez has struck out into a double play in the first, grounded to first, unassisted, and wrapped into a 4-6-3 double play. Jerko playing shallow right field in the shift. Got him in the dirt. Watch out. Norris going to have to hurry to get his throw there, and just does. Had to throw over the shoulder of Gonzalez, and Norris makes a perfect strike himself. So 2 strikeouts for Kimbrell, and the Dodgers are down to their last out.
Well, Dick, I think every Padre fan knows the importance of the last 3 outs because of Trevor Hoffman. And I think this is just the best acquisition that A.J. Preller and his staff has gotten, because you have to have this to lock down the 9th inning.
And it went from Trevor, the baton, to Heath Bell, and then to Houston Street, and now to Kimbrell. Yasmani Grandal. High fly ball off to the left and out of play. Late on getting to that fastball as we go back to the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Yeah, and you stay away from the home run threats. Ethier Gonzalez 1 for 8. Only the solo home run by Guerrero. And then simply put, the W. They lead 3-1, and they have their best closer, their best arm, on the mound.
Grandal ground out to the pitcher, walked, and fouled out. 96. Didn't get the call.
Closer U. University of Closer, however you want to say it.
Yeah, he got his bachelor's now. He's working toward his doctorate. There's that curveball. I mean, how can you be ready for that pitch if you're trying to gear up for 98 miles an hour?
Yeah, you lock up a left-handed hitter. It's not locking up a right-handed hitter. It's a lefty in the buckle.
A pitch away from closing the deal by striking out the side in the 9th. Fastball 98. Three-1 Padres lead. A strike away from ending a modest 4-game losing streak. Getting back on that winning stride. In the dirt, breaking ball, 2-2. Justin Turner would be next. Popped up. Playable. Norris. Padres win. Appropriately, Norris grabs the final out. He delivered an RBI double and a home run. A 3-1 Padre win. Let's go to Mike Pomeranz.
Well, guys, now that's the script you want to follow, right? A great start, turn it over to Benoit and Kimbrel, and that's what works. So Brandon Morrow dominating Adrian Gonzalez. That's a story of the game, and we'll talk about it when we come back in moments.